Well, 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 well.
Football Power Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, attention, attention. Life has just taken a new turn. Eric Ten Hag has been sacked, and it's time to talk about it. Was it the right decision? First of all, because we did a poll on this channel a few weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. 52% of the people in this community said we should still stick by Ten Hag. And now here we are, fast forward a couple of not even a month later, Eric Ten Hag is gone.
Oh my God.
I want to know what you think about it. I want to have a discussion. It doesn't have to be a long discussion, but I want to have a discussion and actually hear how people are feeling today and also where we go next. Because, yeah, in my opinion, we're resetting the cycle again. Of course, I'm sad that Eric Ten Hag is leaving because if you're new here, this is something that it's taken a while to get to the decision where I was, and I was really backing the manager, trying to look forward because I'm a person that believes in longevity. I believe that great things take time, but clearly INEOS had to make a decision yesterday, and also it begs the question: was the decision made on the result? A game that we clearly should have won, and we didn't win, and that was not even the manager's fault. I think 9 out of 10 Man United fans will tell you yesterday that we were unjustly treated by VAR, and we had chance after chance after chance after chance to put that game to bed. Anyway, let's talk about it. My name is Bazona Papi. This is the Football Power Hour, and yeah, here we are. Life after Ten Hag is what we're preparing for.
Football Power Hour. Just winning it again for Manchester United.
Okay. Actually, so I just had a conversation. Oh my goodness. Let me remove this virtual background because I want you to see this whiteboard properly. I want you to see it. And let me actually make this a little bit better. So what we're looking at right now is the Manchester United manager cycle. It always starts with new manager appointment. We get a new head coach, and guess what? That head coach gets a new manager bounce. It always happens. This is a phenomenon that is not a Man United phenomenon. It's something that happens across all clubs. Chelsea, there's Barcelona. There's Ole did this. The boys just became free. He let them express themselves. New manager bounce is real. Ask a Tottenham fan, they'll tell you. New manager bounce. And this is what we have to strap up for in the next few weeks. But guess what? After a new manager bounce, eventually that honeymoon period ends, right? We'll appoint manager, new manager bounce, honeymoon period ends, and you start to lose games. Reality kicks in. And the moment we start losing games, next thing that happens is the fan base starts getting into divisions and subdivisions and defense leagues and fence leagues and inners versus outers. And you know what? The division stage happens right here, right when we start losing games. And next thing, after you get the division stage, sometimes you know. It's like you're just preparing for this moment where somebody in the board says, F it, we are the we are Manchester United stage comes in. And then it leads to a sack. And guess what? We are right here, the sacking stage, because Ten Hag has been sacked, and now we're in the search for a new manager. This has been happening over and over and over again in varied forms that I became so sick and tired of it that I just wanted something else, change a different variable, flush out the players, because we have been having some serious frauds who've been bamboozling us as fans, players that have been passengers, players that have just been here for the vibes, players that have been earning and stealing a wage in front of our eyes. And that's part and parcel of why we start that division phase. When the defense league start happening, the player FC's league starts happening. There are some people today now that are saying, oh no, now we should bring Sancho back. Oh no, now because of what? That division stage. It is so dangerous. And here we are. I've been ridiculed. I've been cast out for my loyalty to try and just beg for stability and say, change the other variables. We have some fraudulent variables. As long as Luke Shaw is still in this club, as long as Marcus Rashford is still in this club, for me, I want those guys to go. I want the imposters to go. All of a sudden, now that Ten Hag is gone, watch. Watch what's going to happen. Bruno's form starting to pick up. Garnacho all of a sudden can find the back of the net. It's going to be just all kinds of discoveries. We're about to embark on a discovery journey and know who the imposters in the club are, because these same players have been fooling a lot of us. Now, before I even open the lines, I want to just go on and say, first of all, thank you, Eric, for the trophies. You brought that winning feeling back. That I remember that time when Casemiro scored that goal versus Newcastle and we opened the trophy cabinet. And that's, for me, that's where I started sort of feeling like, okay, this manager, he knows something about coaching. And yesterday we had this conversation about, you take a genius, Einstein, whoever, Steve Jobs, whoever you think is a genius, put them in a circus, that genius looks like a clown. Now, the standards, I had this conversation last night where Lee Gunner was grilling me saying, where are your standards? The standards, we know very well that from the moment the Glazers stepped in the door, the standards had started to decline. Now, I want to just say thank you, Eric Ten Hag, for the FA Cup as well. Thank you, Ten Hag, for beating Liverpool on Jurgen Klopp's last rodeo. You were able to just say, no, we are going to the FA Cup final. And I don't care if you've been working on your squad for so long and you have all these players that know how to play with each other for so long, you still were able to tactically do something. You had some bad moments as well, Ten Hag. I'll never forget 6-3 versus Man City. Felt like a dagger through my heart. It was one of the Liverpool one, the 7-Up Cup. That one was one that I'll never forget. One thing we have to understand is, being a Manchester United job, I said this to Joe earlier on, it is it's like you're a head of state. We've seen, say, for example, Barack Obama get into office and then leave like he's a Morgan Freeman. You just age in front of us. It's just how it goes. It's a difficult job. And whoever is coming in next, they are in for a ride. They are in for a ride. So here is the Man United manager cycle. I believe we're in this step right here. And I sincerely hope that we appoint the right manager. The next move has to be the best move, as Rep Up said. Mitchell van der Gaag, said if it was an easy job, everyone could be there. Since the departure of Sir Alex Ferguson, there have been ups and downs. The great thing about Eric is he always keeps looking ahead and moving forward. You can't control the rest. Right now, it's time for us to accept. There are some people that are happy about this. Looking at my man Manj. Obviously, I got so many missed calls this morning. Let me see if I can read you. He's like, I prayed for times like this. I prayed for this to happen. Ten Hag sacked. Let's go. Here we go again. Gareth Southgate is coming. Am I on mute or what, Lil Yo-Yo?
Timeline on greatness, but
INEOS have put a timeline on it.
yeah. So when you said that line, little did you know it was a couple of weeks, bro.
Bro, I understand it's a result-based business. Unai Emery was sacked with no win in 7 games. Ten Hag only has 1 in 8. And honestly, Yo-Yo, I would have waited till Chelsea because this game that we just played was not a good barometer, bro.
But still,
I
consistently, these things have happened. Our team can't score. We get around. Sometimes we bear win or we get beaten and we lose. There's no consistency where we can say something that Ten Hag is building.
Sure.
It is what it is.
The start of the season has been terrible. I concede that. I understand that. But sometimes it's like this. If for me, I look at, say, for example, what Arsenal did with Unai Emery as a wrong decision. They should have stuck through it with Emery. They should have just believed in it a little bit because these moments of turbulence, anytime, anywhere, in anything, there will be moments of turbulence. And we're in a big moment of turbulence right now. And it was just a matter of just riding it out, bro. Like sometimes, like for me, I'm looking at INEOS with a side eye now. It's like, if you guys are going to be now just like bending over to what fan opinion is, I don't know. I'm worried about our future, bro.
I don't think that. I think the evidence shows he had to go. That's the difference. It's not just fan opinion. The evidence is clear as day.
Okay.
Name me one player that he has significantly improved.
Well,
If you can name me one that has significantly leveled up since his time at Man United, then cool. But I don't think I can name one that has become a significantly better player since he has been at the club.
I mean, there's all this new talent, bro. That like, come on, the Kobe Maino's coming in. He's introduced that to us. Kobe Maino fast tracked.
Going back to his first season.
Yeah.
Like, have there been any players that have improved significantly?
Bro,
It's sad.
I'd say, like, whatever. This season, Dallo has not been great, but he's somebody that actually, like, you could see that he was coming into his own.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Do you
this.
think, even though Dallo has improved,
Yeah.
has he significantly improved? There's been improvements in parts of his game, but has he become a completely world-class elite fullback?
No.
That's the point.
So your barometer is the manager has to make somebody world class. Take a turd and make it look like a diamond.
Not exactly, but for me, it's a results-based business. business. You have to be able to galvanize the squad to win on a consistent basis. There's been too many results where we've had embarrassing performances. We've conceded so many goals in big games against our rivals. You've named a few already. There's games where we've had to grind out tough results, which is great as well. So we have that mentality to do the right things, but we have the mentality to do the wrong things. The problem is we do the wrong things on a consistent basis in several games. Like last season, you remember the cutback goals? That kept on happening nearly every game until the end of the season. This season, we can't score a goal to save our lives, and Buemo's got the same number of goals as our club. Like, that's not right. It's not good enough, man. And he, in my opinion, he should have gone during the international window. I was fair, and I didn't mind him staying after we won the FA Cup, but you have to show me something. There has to be
so yo last season, bro, like the cutback goals, Onana was facing a lot of shots. Is Onana facing a lot of shots this season? No. We're actually no. If you look at the number of saves, that were second from the bottom in terms of the number of saves, bro. Right now we are top in terms of missed big chances missed. We're top in terms of like teams that have hit the woodwork the most. You can see that there was just a little bit of like unluckiness that was going on, and he definitely addressed the defensive, bro.
I agree. Defensively, we've been better, but we've sacrificed the attack so much. It's night and day. We're not conceding as many shots, but we can't score to save our life. It takes a miracle for us to score any sort of goal in a game now.
Sure. And that used to frustrate me so much, bro. Yeah. Yo. So okay, in your opinion, it was the right decision. I get that. Next question that I want to ask you, that I'm going to ask everybody, is like, where do we go from here? What's next for you? In your opinion, who would you like to see?
Rude's got it now, right? So
sure.
So he's got the next set of games.
Mm-hmm.
Let INEOS use that time to come up with a clear succession plan. Clearly, there are all these names out in the open right now. But we know INEOS don't reveal anything to the public or to the press like that. So I think there's noise. Agents are talking. But let INEOS handle business. And now we can really judge INEOS. So when you said, side-eye on INEOS, fair enough. I agree with you, because now the next appointment is your real appointment. Because I always felt like Ten Hag was theirs, but they never really trusted him.
Yeah.
Look at this season. They never trusted him.
Sure. I agree with that. Why would you go interview other people if this is somebody that you're not necessarily backing, 100%? Like the fact that even Omar, like when they said, Ten Hag was actually appointed before, Dan Ashworth and I came in, like those little like revelations right there. For me, it felt like, these guys, not all of them are 100% behind him. So that next manager is INEOS's manager. We've been buying players that are INEOS players.
What Barada said, to be fair, what Barada says, he has to say that legally, otherwise he's in breach of contract, because that decision was made before he arrived at the club. So I don't take too much credence into that. But now, going forward, it's their guy.
Yeah.
Simple.
All right, yo, big up yourself. Thanks for calling in, and I'm gonna have the discussion. Let's hear from Brush, bro. Big up yourself, yo.
Big up. Bye.
Brush.
What's happening, bro?
Here we are.
Unfortunately, for me, but it's never nice, man, when a manager gets sacked. So I'm not here like dancing and singing and whatnot like some people are.
Yeah.
It's never nice when it gets to this point, innit? But at the end of the day, it's a results-based industry, bro. And what we've seen is simply not been good enough. Only Crystal Palace and Southampton have scored fewer goals than United in the league.
Oh gosh.
It's disgusting, bro. 14th we find ourselves in. And yesterday I actually felt bad for him, because yesterday for once I didn't think it was his fault, because he can't go out there and score for them. In the first half we should have had 3-4 goals, bro.
So why did INEOS decide yesterday was the game? Like that's the part for me that's like I'm that this the bombastic side eye is the part I'm like, bro, first of all, you should have been made up your mind even before the game. If you were actually somebody that wants to actually know where we at, let's play a proper team like Chelsea. And then from there we can see a proper team where there's no like like VAR injustice, there's no dodgy decisions. It's like we lost because of the football.
Mm, mm.
You know?
Well, like Yo-Yo said, I was surprised. I was expecting it almost to happen during the international break. So I think they gave it a little bit of time after that, and they just didn't see any way of recovery. And then I think some people might have touched on also the new manager bounce.
Yeah.
I don't know how much I believe in that, but maybe they saw some of these fixtures coming up, thinking, "Wow, we can't afford to struggle. We need to, give these players a fighting chance." Maybe because I
Yeah.
think one of the things that was a damning indictment for me,
Yeah.
was when Christian Eriksen spoke after the 20 game, and
Yeah.
when he said they wanted it more, bro.
More.
Yeah, yeah, that
That
that can't run.
that's a slight on the managers, like you are not
Yeah,
able to galvanize your players to
yeah,
want.
and that was the two main things for me, right? So the first question I had to ask is this manager like the most tactically astute? And the answer for me at that time was no. And then the second question is, can he motivate these players significantly? And
Yeah.
if the answer to that is no, and that's something that looking from the outside in, we don't really know in it. Like only they can decide that. And if the answer to that was no, then your mind is made up kind of in it. Because then
Yeah.
it's inevitable, bro. He has to go there. Um, my thing always has been that proper planning is the key element to all of this. So it definitely came as a little bit of a surprise today at
Wait,
this time.
so now where's the succession plan? Like if now is the moment, like that's the I need people that to know that we're in good hands, Brush.
Mm,
They should have had something already in place. Now if Rude is going to be the interim for like 5 games until they
mm,
get somebody,
hmm
all right, okay, it looks like they were just waiting to just
yeah.
settle out contract details with whoever. Chavi, I don't even know where they're looking. Actually, let me ask you, where would you want them to look as a Man United fan?
Ideally,
Yeah,
ideally, I have a short list, but then if what they have in mind probably differs greatly from any of us, right?
yeah,
So ideally, I'd be looking at the next generation of up and coming manager who've given us tangible things we can look at and go, all right, I see where this is going trajectory wise. So the likes of a Simeone Inzaghi at Inter Milan, or a Julian Nagelsmann, or a Ruben Amorim, or a Xabi Alonso. That's the kind of names that I would
okay,
like us to be linked with ideally. Because,
okay,
like 10, 12 years ago, when we were looking at the likes of Klopp and Simeone and
yes,
Conte,
yes.
you saw them being at the top of the game over the next 10 years. And that's what we have to do now. And those are the kind of guys that I think should be in the running. But will it be that way? I don't know. Um, Van Nistelrooy in the immediate makes sense. Obviously, he knows the club. He's there. He's worked with these players, and there's a big Dutch contingent as well, isn't there?
Yeah.
With the under Ten Hag. So in terms of that, I think that's a smooth transition actually with Van Nistelrooy for the time being.
So now, like, if we get Van Nistelrooy and Van Nistelrooy gives us the Oli situation all
Nope,
over
we
again,
can't fall into that trap again. We
we have
can't.
because look, Brush. Now we're gonna have to get new coaches. We were just sort of like, you remember one time, I think it was a happy hour conversation or something, we talked about the Dutchification of Manchester United. All these, like, it feels like even the menu, fam, it has to be like
Yeah.
in English and Dutch, because we're getting Dutch players, Dutch
Mm.
coaches, and now it seemed like all that is time wasted. All that is like we're gonna have to
I
like
mean, you say that, but there was also rumors at the start of this summer, right? That when he came in, like there was a lot of question marks, like, oh, Van Nistelrooy was a manager, why would he take a lesser job? So I think this
mm,
was always sort of in mind that had things gone south, this would be the contingency where he
oh,
can step in as interim.
okay. So
Obviously, it was a lot of speculation, but
Rude has stabbed Vanessa Roy. I mean, Rude has stabbed Ten Hag on the back, pretty much.
I wouldn't say all that. I wouldn't say all that. I think obviously he has certain feelings towards this club, and whatnot, and I'm sure he's I can't wait till his first press conference actually to see what he's saying.
Yay!
But yeah, no, I wouldn't like us to go down that same path again because I didn't like how we treated Ollie in the end, and I
Yeah,
don't like it when we turn our back on our legends, and we'll be setting him up for failure, bro, long
yeah,
term. Because long term, I don't think that is what we need. The demands of this club, the kind of names I'm talking about, that's what we need, because ultimately nothing apart from challenging for league titles and the highest trophies in Europe is going to be good enough for this club.
Bro, this is a tricky one. I don't even know where we go from here, but
Yeah.
I appreciate you calling in,
Yeah,
brother.
and before I get out of it, I would, despite all the disgusting, results and stuff, and the high blood pressure, I would like to thank Eric for his efforts and his time here,
Yeah.
and the 2 trophies, man.
Favorite memory? Which one was for
Oh,
you?
the FA Cup, bro. The FA Cup final was my favorite memory, especially to get one over on them as well, and then especially because we deserved it, bro. Like, it wasn't by luck. We genuinely deserved to win that. So yeah, that was
Big
probably
up,
my favorite
guys.
memory.
Big up, broski. Yeah, he's right. Even though some people try to downplay it, saying, "Oh, Man City was hungover from the celebrations," but Brush, big up yourself. At the end of the day, yeah, we can't blame Rude. He's just found himself in this situation. If you were Rude Van Nistelrooy and you're asked to be assistant manager, you go because of the love for the club. And I see what Kenny Fan TV says. Ten Hag backstabbed himself. If there was any stabbing going on, it was Ten Hag stabbing himself. Hey, being a manager is tough. Being a manager is tough. Let's hear from my bro Vegeta.
Yo, what's up, bots?
It's
What's
a
up,
new
bot?
day. You can start watching Man United games again.
Uh Truthfully, I never stopped because it's our club.
Mm-hmm.
And when emotions simmer down your mind and you're in the right state of mind, you always think things over and you think, can't stop watching Man United, man. That's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So I
Mm-hmm.
have been watching. Even though this whole Ten Hag thing,
Yeah,
it's been a lot of emotions today. It's like,
a lot.
I know this sounds bad, but like relief because, bro, you heard how I sounded like the last time I called, bro. I didn't want to watch team anymore.
You're so dejected.
I was not me, bro. And I'm a happy person. I like to laugh, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So it's relief in that sense because watching the team, I never felt like yesterday basically always felt like that was the best we could do with this team under Ten Hag. You get me?
Mm.
Because it's not like we played bad yesterday. There was a lot of elements involved in yesterday's game between the players not finishing their plates,
Mhm.
the food that's been presented in front of them, the referee doing the referee stuff.
Mhm.
But I just felt like even though this was nice to see in the first 45, if this is as good as it gets with this crop of players in Eric,
Mm.
I don't even see top 6, which is distressing to me because it cuts into our profit margins. It's embarrassing. We can't really do a whole lot with the whole PSR stuff if that stuff is happening. So I always just felt like, especially after the Liverpool game this year, I just felt like unless Eric can do something very just like drastic, like very, very drastic, bro, that like go on a 7-10 game run from that point,
Yeah.
I just didn't see the point of keeping him. And that's just like as a fan, it's got nothing, it's not personal. I know some people take it too far with Eric, it's got nothing to do with him. And
Yeah.
also we need to stop acting like sacked managers don't end up succeeding sometimes at other places. Eric might be successful somewhere else. It's cool, bro. He just
Mhm.
didn't work with us. You know what I'm saying? And even if we get somebody else that was sacked at their club, it doesn't necessarily mean it won't work with us. You get
Mhm.
me? So I just feel like that dynamic also we need to get our heads around that. We don't being sacked happens in this game just because of the sheer pressure
Yeah.
and the results that are required to keep your job. And there's not a lot of managers that you can point to who've been at their clubs long term anyway. So this
Mhm.
is not like an isolated thing. And I guess for you, listening to what you're saying, I know getting fired off yesterday is sour compared to like if you had gotten fired after like a Spurs
After
result or
Liverpool result, after there was other moments where it made
it's
sense.
very sour because
More,
yesterday for me, maybe the handling of the change that Lepategi did in the second half, but we should have won that game in the first half for me, period. Anyway.
yeah.
Those other things that happened in the second half shouldn't have played a factor. But it feels like INEOS was just kicking the can down the road, bots. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They needed to make a
100%.
decision either way because when the season started, I said to people, A 1 year plus extension doesn't seem like backing to me. It just seems like a trial run. Let's see what's gonna happen. It almost felt like they were protecting themselves more so than they were backing Eric. You feel me? So already
Mm,
that was red flag number one. Red flag number two was before the FA Cup, we were talking to managers. Um, why are we talking to managers if this is your plan? I mean, the fact that these guys had to turn up at his holiday before the season starts tells me they were inches away from like pulling the plug pause, but they decided otherwise for whatever reason. You get
mm,
me? And
mhm.
then the resurfacing of the rumors with Chavi and the fact that this man posted his wife posted a picture of himself with his kid
Yeah, yeah,
wearing a United shirt after a Classico victory. I said something is amiss. But I'm with Brush, bro. I never woke up this morning expecting him to be sacked, to be honest, because I accepted the fate of the fact that they were going to give him at least until Jan. That's what
mhm,
I assumed. I thought they were going to give him until Christmas to sort himself out. Whether I liked it or not was irrelevant. I just thought that was Ineos' plan to give him what you guys were saying is
yeah,
a bigger sample size.
yeah.
But I suppose that to Ineos, this is the sample size. And I wonder, Ineos, is this like pressure from us? Because you didn't care about us when the international break happened and we were all ready for you to pull the plug.
Yeah,
So I'm almost wondering, where does this decision come from today as it
yeah,
sits? Now, me as a Ten Hag out person, I've been wanting this. So thank you. But like it's like so out of the blue, bro. Like you're saying, there's no international break. We've still got 2 games to play this week. Last Yesterday's game was technically not his fault, but it happened. It is what it is. Good luck to Eric. Thanks. Like you're saying, it was 6 years before we won the what is it called? The
um,
Carabao.
any
6 years.
silverware. Yeah, it was 6 years. Yeah, yeah. We hadn't won six
So,
silverware in 6 years, and then he
so
just
that was
brought
good
that
for me
winning
because that
feeling
was
back,
getting
bro.
depressing. So
Yeah,
I'm not ungrateful to Eric. Like I said, it's not
okay.
personal. I'm not gonna pretend like I wasn't fighting for him the whole of last season because of the first season. The
Yeah,
first season was a high that we were coming off when we thought we would finish fifth with Eric. I remember these predictions. We would finish fifth, and we finished third with a Carabao. That was a good season.
mm, mm,
Beating Liverpool and City to get the FA Cup last year for me was fan freaking tastic.
yeah,
In my opinion, if you're going to ask me about highlights,
yeah,
because like Liverpool shouldn't actually have lost that, but they didn't take their chances, and we
yeah.
capitalized on that. And then City, obviously, nobody gave us a chance to beat them, and we did.
Yeah, the Liverpool didn't take that chances, and then we beat them. Argument sounds like the same thing that the
That
team
happened
yesterday.
yesterday. It's what
Exactly.
happened. It's what happened.
And it's just kind
Yeah.
of crazy sometimes how we apply these observations to different situations. But okay, you said your best memory was which one was the FA Cup as well, I
It's
guess.
it's very hard to say which one because the Carabao Cup came at a time where we were
Weird.
getting to finals with Ali,
Yeah,
but we somehow couldn't get over the line.
yeah.
And it almost felt like, are we ever gonna see silverware? You feel me?
Hmm.
Whereas the FA Cup one, it felt like what do they call those stories like David and Goliath, where
Yes.
everybody
Yes.
didn't give us a chance type of a thing because everybody
Exactly.
wanted to laugh at us. Like people were ready, bro. The
Yeah.
journalists were on our backs and we triumphed, bro.
Yeah.
So both of them, I hold them in equal esteem because of what they meant at the time for me as a fan of the club.
Hmm. Hmm.
To stick it to the media with the FA Cup, but also as just relief to get silverware, bro. It was just relief to
Okay.
get silverware.
And bro, worst Ten Hag memory since we like balance in this conversation.
It has to be losing 7-0 at home because I mean at Liverpool, sorry, not at home, at Liverpool. My bad. Because the problem with those results, the 7-0 and the 3-0, my wife is a Liverpool fan. I live with a Liverpool fan in my house. And they embarrassed us on 2 occasions. I don't really care about City, bro. With all due respect, I'm happy for them with their success, but there's something that deeply offends me about an Arsenal victory against us or a Liverpool one.
Yeah.
More so
Yeah.
the Liverpool one because I've got a Scouser who is also trying to influence my kids. Guys, I'm fighting for my kids' support of United. I'm
I'm worried for your
fighting,
family.
I'm
I'm
fighting,
worried.
brother. But nah, I
Yeah.
won that one. Even though we've been through bad times, I did win the kids one. The kids are United fans, so don't
Yeah.
worry about that. We
Hey,
good.
hey,
We
hey,
good.
hey,
We
hey.
good.
Big up yourself, my bro. Big up yourself. And shit. Thank
Yeah.
you so much, broski. What a household he has. Liverpool. How did he know before he married her? Or anyway, I don't want to get too much into it. All the best to that household. Hopefully, it's not as divided as the Man United fan base. But guys, if you're just joining in, I appreciate you so much. We have about 30 people in the stream. Kindly hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't done so. The link is in the chat. I'm gonna share it again. I want to hear your opinion. I want to hear how you're feeling as a Man United fan or as an op, because there were ops that were saying keep Ten Hag, keep Ten Hag, and now this is one of those times where Ten Hag has been sacked, and now maybe we might get that part. If you missed it, I think we're waiting for this. Like, even Rude has been appointed the interim. There will be a manager bounce, a new head coach bounce, because now we're gonna see who the passengers are and who the real players are. Undertaker is here.
And we are alive. We are alive finally, because I am absolutely relieved as a fan that Erik ten Hag has been finally sacked, and he deserved to be sacked in the morning.
Okay.
Says it all, everything about this manager who keeps giving excuses and says that, oh, injuries holding us back this season. This is your third season. This is the starting of the third season, and he keeps making unlimited excuses. I'm sorry, it's not acceptable. Being 14th place with this current squad. Excuse me, 14th place with this squad. I'm sorry, bro. Come on, man.
But Kenny also,
losing to West Ham. Unacceptable. I'm sorry, bro.
I hear you, but Kenny, also the league table though, with 7 more points, fam, we are up there in the top 5 conversation.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. INEOS, well done. You sacked. You have finally done your thing. Pap, this morning he was INEOS out, and then towards the end of KG's stream this morning, my days, that David Ornstein bomber, I was relieved, man. I was absolutely relieved with that news. Listen to me. Forget about cycle. I'm sorry, bro. I mean that whiteboard thing is absolutely useless, bro. Listen, we've got rid of 13. Listen to me. And Mark is gonna laugh. Let him laugh all he wants. I do not give a flying F about it. Okay. We have gotten rid of 13 deadwoods this season. And I said it at the very start of the season. You've got no excuses. You've got no excuses this season. You've already got the INEOS have given you the tools all you want, and it's all on you to implement the style of play in your third season with the new players.
Okay.
You come on, man. Come on. You gotta be like you can't be losing to Spurs 3-0. You cannot be. You can't be losing to this shit Spurs team. And Liverpool, fine, fair enough, because they have been pretty much competitive for the longest. Fair enough. Losing to like Brighton, like having a 50-50 even game against Fulham.
Yeah.
Like we almost drew that game. Could you imagine we drew to Fulham and 13 minutes against Southampton, we got bopped around.
Which part for you was where would you have sacked Ten Hag in all these last couple? I just want to know the moment you would have pulled the trigger.
Oh, after that Spurs game, they should have pulled that trigger earlier. I'm sorry. That Spurs game finished me. Yo-Yo was there at the game. I remembered he said it. KG was done. I was completely done. Completely. This is the same Spurs team that lost to Crystal Palace, and this is their first win of the season. It's pure banter. It's pure effing banter.
Okay.
You cannot be 14th in your third season.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm glad he's gone. Right.
Points heard.
And sorry. And points are heard.
Yes.
And listen, Ten Hag, I don't have any agendas against you, but listen, all the very best. All the very best. But listen, this was coming all season. Okay. This was coming.
Who would you like to see? Who would you like to see next then?
Interim manager for now, Ruud van Nistelrooy till the end of the season. Next
Sure.
season, get me that Sporting Lisbon
Kenny,
manager.
what
Done.
happens if Ruud van Nistelrooy, by some miraculous choice, miraculous happening, like leads us into top four, wins Europa League? What do we do next?
Listen. I'm not sure about that, but it
Uh,
like I said, all roads leads to Ineos. It's all eyes on Ineos now. They have
okay.
to make the next decisions is key. The
Okay.
next decision is key now. They have to get it right. And listen, big up to you, and I'll see you all.
Hey,
Big up.
shout out to Undertaker. The battery was fully charged today. It had a portable, battery power bank with it. Big up to, I've never seen Kennedy so energetic the whole time in the show, in the call. So, but great legendary call, bro. Yeah, crazy, crazy for him. He said versus Spurs. If Ten Hag, if he had the ability, if he was the man in charge, he would have said, Ten Hag, you're sacked, which would actually make more sense, you know? For me, because it will make more sense in the sense that like Spurs is a very good team, even though there was a red card that was unfair. So I don't know. I don't know. Let's hear from men like Mark. Bro, Mark.
We holding it, bro. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Everybody basically are Man United fans, but we are Ten Hag fans, so we will hold it. If
Mm-hmm.
the decision is the right decision, bro, in my opinion, after looking at the last couple of weeks, maybe in terms of all things considered, it was. Because maybe, not just the performances, but the amount of mistaken calls that helped finish games for us.
Mm.
It was seeming like everybody want him gone. The PGMOL fans,
Yeah.
media, you know what I
Yeah.
mean. So hopefully, it's bro like reality, bro. Like we say it in the summer, the structure make a decision to keep him. If they back him, they back him.
Yeah.
If they decide to sack him, when they decide to sack him, that's their decision. Nobody can make that decision but the structure. We will only know if it's the right decision at the end of the season. Because as everyone is saying, it's not good to be in 14th place after 9 games. So after 38 games,
Yeah.
if we finish in 14th, or we finish lower, or we finish higher, it's not going to be because of Ten Hag. And that's
Mm.
going to be that should be a positive. So wherever we finish should be a positive for the fans that say, Ten Hag is shit. Ten Hag, sack himself. I mean, for me, I never trusted these players since 2022. I
Yes.
ain't starting trusting them now because they have given me no reason to trust them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm not here saying celebrating because I think these players going to suddenly turn it around and score a bunch of goals. Of course, we're going to get a manager bunks. We've had it for the last 18 months, every 18 months, bro, for the
Yeah.
last 12 years. So another manager bunks, sack. We going to get the interim gone after the manager bunks because the tell Rude it's just until they find a permanent manager. So whether he win or whoever he win, this is just until we get the permanent manager. And it might be 5 games. It might be until the end of the season. It might be until Christmas.
Yeah.
So whoever happens next, we gotta back the thing. If they go and revamp the squad again, and the project is another 2 year project because we had to flip the squad, another change as dynamics and change
That
of style or whatever
that's
the case is, we here
exactly
should.
where I didn't want us to go, King.
No, bro, we go in there because we this is what we want. We
You
don't
saw
want
you
this, but
saw
the
when
majority are bigger than us. But everybody believe that because we are Ten Hag fans, we have no football IQ. We don't have any foresight to what could become.
hmm
But we are at the point where he is gone.
hmm
Whether or not you liked him, whether or not you think he had a successful tenure here or not, he is gone today.
Yeah.
Is Ruud van Nistelrooy tomorrow in the presser ahead of the game against Leicester in the Carabao Cup? It's Ruud
Mm.
van Nistelrooy in the presser ahead of the game against Chelsea. So what's going forward now is not Ten Hag signings. It's not Ten Hag favoritism. It's a
Yeah.
brand new situation. So we should not be seeing more of the same.
Yeah.
We should be seeing something different.
Yeah.
And I sincerely hope, because I'm a Man United fan, that this decision leads to a betterment for United. Because honestly, bro, I don't the manager being sacked today, tomorrow, next year, the year before don't change me being a Man United fan.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
just a manager, bro.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, he's a Man United fan because Man United is a football club I
And
love.
and you were here before Ten Hag came in the picture, and you'll be here
Exactly.
after he leaves. So I gotta ask you, because you've been obviously backing him way longer than I have, but like and it's tough when you have conversations with different Manchester United fans. Was there at any point, Mark, where you felt like giving in and being like, no, I don't know if I can keep supporting this, or you were just all the time, just like fully, unequivocally, like non-changing, not doubting Ten
All right.
Hag?
Well,
Be honest.
okay. I'll be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
Being Ten Hag in was like being full sail only for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And full sail only, I didn't care if it was Qatar. It could have be who? I don't care. Johnny. It could have be Johnson and Johnson's.
Yeah.
It could have be anybody. It could have be Dole who's make the pineapple slices. Could have be any company. Whoever bought we,
Apple, whatever.
full
Yeah.
sail only king. You know
Yeah.
why? Because I wanted a full change. We didn't get that.
Mm-hmm.
We got a new manager. I was like, you know what? After what I see in up to 2021 with these players, none of them good enough. Marcus Rashford, far less.
Mm-hmm.
It only had 5 players in the squad I wanted to keep from 2021-22 season.
Okay.
And I think only like 2 of them here. Because the rest of them gone. But other people have other impressions of those players, so they had to go for whatever reason. Now we have a bunch of players here that they was up and down from the first season, whether we finished third or we finished eighth. These same players, most of them are the starters were then and now, and they're still not getting it consistent. So hopefully our next manager will get the better out of them. Hopefully he's not just going to be a manager bongs for this season and next season, and hopefully we could sustain it going forward. Because the reality is, bro, as any Manchester United fan, whether it's Ten Hag or any other
Yeah.
manager, we
Yeah.
want to win and we want to be consistently competing.
But I still haven't heard
I
the answer.
disappointed, bro. There
When
was
were
no
you?
point in time where I was thinking we should sack Ten Hag.
No point in time. Even after like what happened versus Liverpool, what happened versus Man City, what happened versus Spurs. I'm talking. No point in time you were on the
Yeah, bro,
ropes.
we not that united, bro. Listen, when Ten Hag come in, we was a United that we all said was the worst United team in history or in the last decade, right? Since Alex Ferguson, the worst United team. Now look at all the players in there,
Mm-hmm.
and remember, I still have a lot of them still here, right? Now, regardless of what, Ten Hag, he's not a miracle worker. Look at Pep's success. Look at Klopp's success, and they can say managers don't stay at clubs long, but all these successful managers have been at the clubs for more than 5 years. It's so weird.
Look at
I said I
Vegeta's
was on
comment.
the ropes after this game. After this game here, I was on the
Okay,
ropes.
that's all
So,
I wanted to hear. That's all
but
I
that was this
wanted.
game. That wasn't before he got sacked. But I say that this morning, he was already sacked when I said that. So
Yeah.
I didn't know he was
Okay.
sacked. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for me, it's like you gotta look at it prospectively, guys. If we having patience for our manager to turn a team around, we can't now
Mhm.
say it had to do he had to do it in a year or he had to do it in 18 months. That's weird. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Especially when all these successful managers who actually win shit consistently have been at their clubs for more than 3.5 years.
Yeah.
So when men them come and tell me, bro, the way links looking like managers don't be at clubs for a long time, there's only be 2 years and thing.
Yeah.
Which clubs winning things that tell you that? Because Man City win for the last how many years under Pep? Pep been
Mhm.
there for like 3 years before they started all the winning. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Klopp was there for what, 9 years? Arteta there 5.5 years now.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And these are the guys that's successful, or we trying to say successful. Unai
Yeah.
Emery has not won shit
Okay.
at
Yeah.
Villa. This
Yeah.
is the first time he finished above Ten Hag since Ten Hag come in. So his
Sure.
first season, Ten Hag was better than him. Second season, he was better. This
Mm.
season, hope if he don't finish above United, what has he done at Aston Villa? He get them Champions League for one season. Ten Hag did that.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Understand what I'm saying?
I,
Is now
I hear you.
prospectively we could
So,
microanalyze everything, bro. But
yeah.
the reality is, the team, the players on the pitch,
Yeah.
them brothers had to step up, bro. Whether it's
Yeah.
our next manager or a new manager is rude, them brothers have to step up, bro. Because that's the only how I see we go and get consistent. If these players decide, you know what, we going to perform at our best, despite we go in our goal down, or despite the situation, despite the adversity, we go and perform.
Yeah.
And when that starts to happen, no matter who the manager is, bro, we go win games.
All right. Big up yourself, my bro Mark. I have to confess to you, bro. Like for me, I had a moment like I think the day when we drew versus FC 20, I was just wondering like where the goal's gonna come from. Christian Eriksen scores, but the forwards, the actual strikers, the wingers, like I was just like, this is tough. This is tough. Spurs game, I denied that game as well because it was not a fair game, you know?
Bro,
And and it's just one of those things for me that I feel like we just have to have that honest conversation as Ten Hag
no,
inner,
well,
Ten Hag inner, you know?
no, bro. As I enter Eric Ten Hag, bro. Like, listen, I watching all things in the game happen in the game, right? Even if
Mm-hmm.
we look at the Tottenham game, there was a time when, for the second game in a row,
Yeah.
Romero handled the ball,
Mm-hmm.
and they say it was his hand was close to his body. So
Mm.
every time he handled the ball in different positions, his hand close to his body. I mean, these are things that weird to me. So while I will blame Ten Hag and I will not make an excuse of the
Yeah.
refereeing has helped us, to be in 14th as well,
Yeah.
largely
Yeah.
because we should have had at least 4 or 5 penalties in various games.
All right. All right. We don't even need to go there now because it's a new day. It's a new, we don't, the
No, it's a new day,
injustices are
but
still
bro,
there,
I don't
bro.
think the referees just go and suddenly start giving Man United penalties and things. You think they're
Mm.
going to start doing it on just so because Ten Hag gone? So Ten Hag was the fault for us not getting penalty calls
Yeah.
or balanced
No,
views from the
Jurgen Klopp
referees.
was the fault. Was the
Well,
person who
maybe,
changed things.
because I mean, 'cause, bro, like reality is this, bro. The manager gone. I'm looking forward to see what Root do because, bro, I
Yeah.
still want to do good this season. I don't want to be. I don't
All
want
right.
United to do poorly.
All right. All right.
So
All right. No,
you know what I
big up
mean.
yourself, my bro. Ah, one Ten Hag in that conversation was refreshing for me a little bit because supporting being loyal to Ten Hag was not always easy. I have to tell you guys. That's why the Braves is laughing, saying, I lost some hair because of this guy. But anyway, hopefully some of it can go back now. It's ironic that the comment is from somebody called the Braids. Uh-oh. Hold your wallets. Professor Omosolo. Oh, you're muted. You're muted.
Only one bald man in Manchester. Only one. I've been waiting. Waiting in the parking lot. He's on his way to Netherlands. Get out of my club.
Yeah.
That you see, the funny thing is, not the funny thing, the annoying thing is, all you ETH inners, you support the man. You don't want to support the club. You don't want to support the club. No. I don't believe you. I don't believe you guys support the club that much. And
we
probably,
know, we understand this cycle, Omo.
no, I don't care. I don't care about that cycle. For me,
well, but we've been subject to it, bro. You cannot deny that.
no,
Moyes,
it's
Van Gaal,
you know.
Mourinho.
Listen. Yeah, that map is not gonna work for you. You just throw it out the window. Up at the window and throw it out.
So
It will land on somebody's head, and you let them be the manager.
We're gonna meet here, Omo. After
What's that?
Right now, we're united. We're gonna be united in supporting the next person. You and I. We're gonna be enjoying the new manager bounce together. And the moment we start losing games, right here is where you and I are.
Actually, where I'm at is, so if we get there, we get there. But again, I'm not the point of keeping the manager. But like, listen, Ruud is gonna be interim.
Okay.
They should INEOS to find a manager in the next 2 games. Don't wait till the season is over. Find the manager right now. Ruud, 2 games, you're gone. Get out, and the new manager taking over from there.
Who do you want then?
Listen,
you wanted De Zerbi, you wanted Ange
Ball. All I want, the only option I want is De Zerbi and I forgot Xavi. Only 2 options I want: De Zerbi or Xavi. Because again, these players, they're not as bad as you say. And it's so funny that people say these Ole players, these Van Gaal players. Who are they? The only one Marcus Rashford. I thought the manager didn't bench him or throw him away. Because again, the manager didn't like Sancho, and you saw how he did with him. The manager want Varane, so I did with him. The manager want De Gea, so how come he's forced himself? The manager forced himself to play certain players. So you're not going to tell me the players doing this, players doing that. That to me is that just 100% play manager fault. Because again, West Ham, they should have scored in the first half, yes. But the game of two halves. There's a first half, and the game is there's always a second half. You're not gonna just say, "Oh, you denied the second half," because the first half happened, the second half happened. You're not just gonna deny and pick and choose what you want. But then again,
yeah,
I'm not gonna come at farm and we drop Amma. Listen, I expected Magic to come in and coach. TEN HAG was not coaching. Players have all the players here have reached their peak. Mino has reached his peak. Ganacha has reached his peak. Every player has reached his peak. And when people call out these players, I'm like, Licha, is Lisandro Martinez one of these players? Is Lisandro Martinez one of these players? Because you call out these players, right? Lisandro Martinez down in twos, Delete down in twos, Maserati down in twos, Onana down. No, now you're thinking like I sound crazy, right?
Maserati down in tools. What are you talking about?
No. I sound crazy, right?
Yeah,
exactly. But this is what happens when you say these players. Who are this? You cannot just say this player. You got to say the player's name. Call out the player's name. Is Bruno Fernandes down in twos? Why the manager not benching him? Is Rashford down in twos? Why the manager not benching him? If Dalot's down in twos, why the manager not benching him? Throw them away, because again, when this happened with Sancho, everybody read them pitchforks. Get him out. I'm like, cool. Okay. I said cool. And then when we come to this day, it will arrive. Now I said, why the manager wasn't benching other players? He didn't sign them. He didn't sign it. And when you call out these players, I 100% disagree with you. Because again, versus West Ham, there was 8 players that the manager has promoted or signed. 8 players in that lineup. Except for Dalot, Bruno Fernandes, Rashford. Only 3. How about the many 8 players? Why are we considering goals with his defense? We're still considering goals. The other thing, because again, everything that happened here, it was bound to happen. It's the law of average. It's the law of average. Season 1, he wasn't coaching. Season 2, he said that, I'm gonna coach, but blame the injuries. I'm like, no, because I'm seeing what you're doing on the pitch, and it's now gonna work with your players. Now here we are, season 3. What's preseason? Nothing is working. Everything has gone to shambles. And I blame it on INEOS. Because after the FA Cup final, you got fired immediately. Immediately get fired after the FA Cup. His keys to enter the British should not be working after the FA Cup final. But you know what they did? They wasted time. They wasted everybody's time. They wasted the Glazers' time. They wasted Jim Ratcliffe time. They wasted the fans' time. They wasted the players' time. They wasted everybody's time by giving this man a new contract. They changed everybody else but him. And you know what's so funny? All this on INEOS, because INEOS probably thinking like, maybe got injuries, you're gonna come in and smooth the season over. Like, no, this man's supposed to get fired immediately. If you have got fired, we'll not be here right now. But Papi, yesterday or 2 days ago, you said we're gonna rebuild.
Yeah,
we're gonna rebuild,
and we actually went a few steps back in our rebuild. That's my opinion. But yes,
we're gonna rebuild. If INEOS supposed to come in with a rebuild, new coaching staff, new players, TEN HAG didn't need to be here. TEN HAG didn't need to be here.
They chose to give him the contract. They're the ones that said, we looked around and we disturbed you in your vacation, and we want you because you are the guy.
And that is INEOS' fault. That is INEOS' fault for giving this man for extending his contract.
Okay.
If you got fired and get a new manager for this new season, manager 1 versus 4, we don't have this issue. We're like, he's a new manager. He's still trying to figure things out with his players. But no, you gave this man. The issue was let him this TEN HAG stay here after the FA Cup, coming back here and coach these players. Because we are nowhere. We are worse than we are with this players, and it's gonna say injury.
Final question for you. Final question I want to ask you is, like, for people that don't know, by the way, this is Professor Omo Solo. We have like almost 40 people watching right now, and there's some new faces in the chat. So welcome to everybody that is here. Hit the like button. But Professor Omo Solo, his other name was Jadon Sancho's dad. Now, your stepson or your son, Jadon Sancho, would you want him back at Man United now?
No. Don't come back. Don't come back. He's gonna have fun at Chelsea. Don't come back. We still don't know what we are doing here. It's simple fact.
So disloyal, this guy. So disloyal. How he says I don't want him back. His name was Jason Sancho's father. Honestly. Oh boy. Isn't there like a little wait, let me ask him. Isn't there like a clause that like
I think it's a sell clause. Like they're not coming back. There's no coming back as a loan. So after a certain amount of games. And the question you ask people, like if Rude does finish the season and does well, still you're gone. You're gone. You're interim. You're not getting a new contract. You're out of here.
All right. All right. All right. Anyway, big up yourself, Professor. Thank you for calling in and hearing your thoughts. Yeah. Where is men like Munch? Road to 55 Premier League goals this season. Hey.
Big up, man. Hope you're doing well, man.
Yeah, you used to pray for times like these, huh?
I did, I admit it, but I just want to say, before I go on a bit of a tangent, I just want to thank legit. Thank you, Ten Hag, for winning more trophies than Mikel Arteta in his reign. You know what I'm saying? See, I can praise people when they're doing their job, you know what I'm saying? But I just want to say, this was out of the blue today. I can't lie. I was listening to Joe's stream at work. Shout out to Joe for holding it down today. You know what I'm saying? Drop a bomb.
Yes.
Yeah, man. I saw the collaboration with you and the league gunner. I was like, what is Bots doing here? I was like, fair play, man. And dropping a bomb for that before we go.
Big up to
today,
Lee, by the way. It was my first time meeting him on stream last night, and we spent 4 hours, and then spent like 2 hours after the stream also just talking. But anyway, go ahead, cook, bro.
In true Lee Gunner fashion, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to yeah, today I wasn't expecting it. I was thinking January, there's no way he's in a. You know me, I want him to go. I have nothing personal about him. I see his flaws in management purposes in the football. Outside, I'm not with that, right?
Okay.
That's why I draw a line. We talk about who's next. Rude, I said it from ages ago when I was in a GC with you guys. I got laughed at. And here we are.
Actually, bro, you called it the moment when Rude was appointed. I remember, Manj. I remember the conversation. You said he is going to be the next Man United manager before Christmas, and there was tomatoes thrown at you. So, bro, respect. Actually,
whoever downplayed it, I accept no apologies from you. You know what I'm saying? You can sit there. But this isn't about I told you so, man. We are back to square one.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. We will. The norm of people saying, oh, you can't sack the manager. It's a results-based business. The days of Fergie, etc., are well and truly over. Let the uncle rest. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not here to throw shade on any Ten Hag inners. You stood your ground. You did your work. But at the end of the day, at least now we can get back to enjoying the football, get back on the same page, and let the dominance fall where they lie. You know, I just want to say big up to you, Bots, for holding it down. Today, I'm gonna head out and let people come in, man. I'll catch you later.
Big up, man, like Manj. Yeah, no, it's not about I told you so anymore. We are Manchester United fans, whether you are an inner or an out. Those are the right words to bring in this guy right here.
Yes. Yeah. I told you, I'm on your neck, bro. I'm on.
You're out of here with that. I told you. How you gonna start with that? I told you. Oh, this guy, wrap up, man. He's been like following me. Let's talk to somebody else for a second.
I'll put it in now. That'll be 30 minutes. So still.
Doctor is busy operating.
Listen.
Yes.
But I told you. This was going to end very bad. I called it from. I got an 8-stream ban on KG channel from calling it ages ago from the beginning. This, since he's been sacked, Varane has liked the post, De Gea's liked the post, Donny's liked the post. All the players are liking the post that he's gone. This guy was a criminal.
Wait. They're liking Fabrizio's post or Oinstein?
They're liking on Twitter. They're liking the fact they're liking statuses that he's sacked. The Gea's put up a sign said he's gone. So this guy.
Hold on, let's look it up. You're kidding?
This guy did not. This guy lost the dressing room, but they kept professional. When Varane's having a fuss in Copenhagen game. This guy's never had a problem with a manager in his career. He has them with Ten Hag. This guy's got no man management. I'm telling you. They're all coming out. And the rap sheet, I told you, the rap sheet is going to be long for this manager. I don't even care anymore, but I warned you. Even Kobe is not happy with this manager. Garnacho was liking tweets from last season. Why is he getting subbed off? Listen, free at last. Thank Jesus. Thank Jesus he's gone.
He says I'm free.
Free at last. You can't put a timeline on greatness. You can put a timeline on bullshit.
Oh, big up, rapper. He said he can put a timeline on BS. Whoa. Guys, big up to everybody. Look at De Gea's Twitter, says Pav. Let's take a second and look at De Gea's Twitter right now. What in the world? Hold on, Pav is here. Big up, bro. Let's see. Where's De Gea's Twitter? Let's go to it. De Gea's Twitter has the sign. This is it right here. He says, like, it's this, which means like WTF. That's how I interpret it. Let me share with the chat right now. Listen, look at this. This is David De Gea. How do you interpret this, Pav?
Isn't that like a cuss thing for in Italian? What the Italians do?
Cazzo, yes, yeah.
Yeah, so he's aimed at Ten Hag, innit? Man stabbed him in the back, Ten Hag. Man like Ten Hag, yeah. Man like Baldy. Man like Lex Luthor, bro. Man like Boyle Dig. Yeah. Wow. Stabbed many players in the back, Starting with Ronaldo. Out of all the things, that's what you deserve for what you did to Ronaldo, you fraud. Yeah, my club legend, yeah, you did that to Ronaldo, forced him out of the club, you fraud. I'm not even going to come on and demonetize. I don't know if I've only just come along, so I don't know if other people are
demonetized us. It's all good. It's all good.
That bald motherfucking fraud, yeah, you hold that, innit? But what you did to my club legend, yeah, made the fan base turn against him because you, yeah, didn't want someone with his high expectations and his high standards in the club, yeah. Man made out him to be the snake, innit? You hold that, you bull prick. Yeah. And I'll make another statement, innit?
Yeah.
See, now you're sacked from Man United, yeah. I hope, yeah, that you lose everything. I hope your missus leaves you, steals all your money, your kids don't talk to you, everything, bro. Yeah. I hope you have a miserable life. I hope no big club ever comes in for you. Every club you go to, I hope you get relegated with them. Yeah. Hold
you
that.
Say this to Eric Ten Hag.
Hold that. I hope his missus leaves him, divorces him, takes.
That's too far. That's too far. That's too far. like going to that extent. Pav. Oh Lord, no, not the missus, not the family now. But it's crazy. What about thank you for the trophies, the 2 trophies? Nasty work by Pav there. Honestly. We can't hear you.
Hello. Well, I've got to say, 1 win in 8 is not good form, isn't it, Pappy? Let's just be honest with you.
But Riley, you said we should stick with the process. We should believe the process. As a Chelsea fan, you were telling us that it's good for us. What are you saying now?
Now we're gonna have to trust the process in both the interim and the new manager. we start it all over again.
Riley, you fraud. Riley out. Honestly, this is a fake friend. He was here telling me, Papi, I back you. You're doing the right thing. Trust. This is. Are you ready now, Doctor? Hello.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Phone call just came in and I started talking. I wasn't even looking at the screen. Sorry about that.
All good. Before you talk first, I have to say big up to Vegeta for the super chat. He says, I need that Sky banner to use as my wallpaper. I think he was talking about Kenny Fan TV's Undertaker. And also Vegeta has also donated a membership. Big up, my bro. Guys, hit the like button, donate a membership if you're feeling free at last, or if you're feeling happy or whatever. But yeah, all right, doctor, let's talk.
I did. I mean, nobody wants to see anybody fired because it's in this
unless you're
economy.
Pav. Yeah, but
yeah,
yes.
in this economy, trust me, you need all the money you can get. But I'm not
anyway,
surprised
he's
he's
from a rich
gone.
family. Ten Hag is like,
he's all right. He's all right.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised he's gone because after yesterday's game, like even after when was it? Last Fenerbahce or before Fenerbahce, even in his interviews and everything, you could just see like I think he himself is fed up. You know, you could tell that it was coming. The sacking came later than we thought it would.
Yeah.
But in my heart of heart, as much as I didn't want him gone, I knew by the time the next international break came, he would be gone. I didn't think it would come after the West Ham game, yesterday's game.
Yeah.
But I also think we don't know what his contract was, but I think them hiring Rude was something to like. They knew that Rude would be the interim. And they only kept him on because they couldn't find anyone else in such a short notice, you know what I mean? And they needed him to get people into the club.
So now, like for you think maybe Rude should be next for like 5 games at the end of the season?
I feel like possibly, if not till January, then they will possibly keep him till the end of the season. We don't know with INEOS. I'm also kind of on. I think I'm a little bit. I'm on INEOS, kind of INEOS watch, kind of
what?
I don't kind of on INEOS watch because I don't know. I'm confused. I think what I am is confused. I don't know what they want in life. You know, I'm not seeing the.
The succession plan right now should have been in place already. For me,
like
because this is no surprise. If you were in the search for a manager, like, do you suddenly stop because the season has started and say, "Oh, okay, we're gonna see what happens"? Like,
if you wanted Tuchel, by now you should have signed him and be like, "Look, wait till December or wait till October or something like that. Don't sign the England. We are gonna fire him. We just need to like work out his contract and how much he's getting paid and everything. You know what I mean. Then again, we don't know whether they're gonna sign like a unknown. We don't know whether Xavi's coming. Like nobody knows, and I get it. That maybe they're trying to like keep it on a low. They should not go for Southgate because that's me dropping the ball.
You don't like Xavi?
Xavi, I think he possibly can do the job. I don't know. The thing is that we don't even know. Xavi, look, the thing is, Xavi, he could be bad at one club and great at another club. That's the thing. We don't know. That's it. I hate not knowing.
It's a tough one. You know, for me, the red flag with Xavi is like he came to Barcelona and he had Xavi's 10 commandments. And then from there, he's like, like all these things that like felt like, oh no, this guy is really naive. And he's just coming maybe coaching, I think maybe China or something before. Like, I actually have more, for me, I have more faith in Ruud van Nistelrooy than Xavi.
Honestly, definitely. I'd rather
track record with
and
PSG.
Plus,
you know what I mean?
And plus, Ruud has a connection to United, so he has that mentality. What I want is mentality, consistency. Somebody who's gonna come and give us a winning rate. Like I want somebody to bring consistency. Winning consistency, drawing consistency, mentality consistency. Like even if we lose, we need to be on the pitch and have a plan. This is the formation. It was just unlocked. Already the referees are against us. We know this. They have been against us since before time. So we need one. I am asking for is consistency. Also to the fans.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the fans.
Okay.
I don't know how to say this without sounding like an asshole.
Just say it like it is. Say it like you're a Pav.
Oh, I'll probably be a little bit nicer. Sorry, Pav, I'm sorry. Already, we had an argument. I'm sorry.
I'm about to
let me say that.
Say it.
I get it. People are happy that he's gone.
Yeah.
But there's some fans that are going overboard. And I feel like they're celebrating a little too much.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the season, they're gonna be like, "Oh my God, we should have never sacked him." It could be either we should have never sacked him or thank God we sacked him. I'm trying to be like, keep your expectations in one point, in the middle. You know what I mean? Like.
Thank you for mentioning that.
It also doesn't rub away the fact that he brought us two trophies, 3 finals.
Yeah.
That semi-final. Sorry, was it the quarterfinal against Liverpool? 4-3.
Yeah.
One of the I won't lie, to this day I go back and sometimes watch the clips from that game.
Yeah.
You know, memorable. Hell, even Coventry, when I was sweating my outfits off. 3-3, we won on penalties.
Yes.
Hell, we lost the Community Cup Shield.
Yeah.
But that was a great game.
Yeah.
I won't lie, I liked the game. I was like, oh, we lost.
I actually wanna bookmark this conversation, Doctor, and we'll come back to it if you're able to stick around. I know you're working, but like the question I want to ask you is about the memories with Ten Hag. I'll be right back. So then like Ronald, you're coming in next, but I gotta respect Eddie came in before you.
Yo, how's it going, bro?
It's a new day, bro. It's a new dawn, you know. I'm disappointed, but I have to accept the reality, you know. How are you feeling about this?
I'm just like I'm emotional, man. I mean, we've not talked about Ten Hag in ages, man. I've not been on your show in quite a bit of time, but
I know.
Yeah, I was Ten Hag out for like ages, man. I didn't really clearly say it. Just trying to remember some things I did on my channel. I was just more like just criticizing Ten Hag all the time. So I pretty much was saying I was Ten Hag out. I mean, I know you were backing him for quite a bit of time, man.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, I had my moments of frustration as well, being like, this is unacceptable, blah, blah, blah. INEOS do something. But then eventually I'd come back and be like, you know, stayed on the fence and then went to really just backing him and saying, you know, we just have to ride it out. It's a storm. It's a turbulent period. But, you know, so yeah. Like
I bet I got prickly on that fence, bro, because we see
clowning me, saying your fatty heads, bro, all the things. I heard it all, bro. But here we are now. Here we are.
I mean, I'd admit I was on the fence a little bit a few months ago, because it's just like how can you have such a bad return in the league and then you're winning, you know, these 2 cups as well? It's like I do admit you can have cup teams that don't do that well in the league, but it's like 8th place and then breaking all these records. How many records has Ten Hag broke? He's probably got to have the record for breaking records as a Man United manager. Surely. Yeah.
That's the bar. That's the bar.
Yeah. It's not acceptable, man. I mean, the fact we're in 14th as big Man United. Oof. This is why I'm saying that. I'm not sure whether I'm happy at the moment now, because, okay, we've removed something that's broken. Ten Hag was broken. I don't know what happened to his mind. Like, you went from like a chef to a cook. Like, I've said that on my previous waffles, yeah? He seemed to want to fast track some kind of formula, and it just turned into some kind of Frankenstein monster. I didn't even get what we were seeing. And seeing Managerial at number 10. Bro, that's when I was like, am I losing my mind? This manager has played a right back as an attacking midfield, and then he had an attacking midfielder in the holding midfield, as in Ericsson at number 6. It's like, yeah. So anyway, just to keep it short and sweet, because I know you've got other people still to come on, and I've got some work to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
We really need to see if INEOS actually know ball. Yeah. Because I'm sure a lot of people have said it, right? The club has to have the identity and allocate managers that suit that identity, right? Rather than relying on the manager to take us on some kind of roller coaster ride where we don't know where we're going, up and down. Yeah. And it's like the whole transition from, or trying to transition from low block counterattack to high press, and then coming back to like whatever Ten Hag was doing at the end, where it's like a kind of mixture of a bit of press and then low block in it. Yeah. Whatever that was, I don't even know what he's playing at the end. Yeah, we need to have INEOS set the formula, right?
Yes,
set the formula, and it's got to be good football too, man. I miss enjoying my team. I know it's a results game, yeah, bro. Yeah. We have to enjoy the games though. It's a spectacle. 100%. Yeah. Otherwise, just simulate the games then, like you can do on FIFA or FC24. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean, Eddie.
What we doing there? So, anyway, last thing, yeah.
Yeah.
If we get Xavi, yeah, I'd be happy. Even though I'm kind of a little bit fed up of the whole franchising of Spanish football, because it's like Arteta, Pep, the other guys. Spanish football's everywhere, but it's like if we get organized football, it's better than this garbage that we're getting, bro.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah, that's my last one.
One last thing. It doesn't. Eric Ten Hag memory, good or bad? Mention one.
Ten Hag memory.
Yeah, you know what? On his legacy now, like good or bad. Which one do you pick?
Oh, what is his legacy? You're asking me?
No. The question that I'm asking you is, like, what is your Ten Hag memory?
Right.
That stands out. Whether it falls in a good category or bad category. What is it?
I want to say a good one, right? I know the FA Cup, Carabao Cup, good moments. Those are pretty obvious, but one for me, which is to do with the formula, is when Ten Hag went to Chelsea one season and he played a holding midfielder, yeah, and then he played 2 10s as well. I was like, I thought we were gonna really be this team that just takes the piss, yeah, and goes to like big teams and then tries to play them off the park and all that kind of stuff. So that I took bravery from that, and I thought this is the start of something, and then nothing happened.
Big up, bro. Big up. Yeah, I Weggy in the 10 stands out for me, you know. Like it's kind of but yeah. FA Cup win is a popular choice. Also, Carabao Cup is a popular choice. We hadn't won in a long time. So I am curious where everybody stands. Shout out to anybody that is joining in the conversation. I see Grandpa Pops, you're a new face over here, by the way. And he says he won 2 small cups, nothing more. Grand Pops, welcome to this community. Let's hear men like Ronald.
Oh, finally.
Yes,
I
big
guess
up.
patience is key. Patience is virtue.
Ah,
I have to be patient.
Unless you're INEOS, patience is not a virtue; it's a vice.
But here's the thing, bots. You tried to have a conversation with Como, right? I heard it. You asked him a question about Sancho. Let's not change how the war went. Ten Hag won that war. Sancho was gone before Ten Hag. That is the end of it. Now, Ten Hag going.
Yeah.
Well, he's gone, right?
Yeah.
Nothing can be done about it. Am I sad about it? No. Am I happy about it? No. Like I'm numb to the whole aspect of it.
You're just indifferent. Now, okay. Whoa. This is a new perspective. How are you not feeling anything, Ronald?
So going forward, the thing is, a lot of people are going over the top saying this, that, and the other, everything under the sun about Ten Hag right now, right?
Yeah.
A few years ago, they were saying the same thing about Jose Mourinho. But a game before, they were begging Jose Mourinho to actually go ahead and do a job for them, to go ahead and sack Ten Hag. They will be on the same all fours when Ten Hag is managing another club and nothing's working out with the new manager at Manchester United as well.
Oh
so
my God!
We might come back to this whole part of, oh, Ten Hag, please do a job for us. You were not successful the first time, but do it now.
No, no, no.
See, the thing is, bots, you have to understand this is what happens. It's just the game, right? We are going to go ahead into what you were saying about the rebuild, right?
Yeah.
The rebuild continues. You've just asked another guy to come in and put bricks instead of the previous guy.
Yeah.
So the rebuild is not done. It still continues. Yeah, 2028 is what they said. As them wanting to win something, that might be 2029. I don't know. We shall see. We shall be hopeful and we shall wait. But as of right now, with the new manager coming in, the next one, not the interim ones, because I know there are going to be a few interims.
I'm
not going to back any.
Did you just say there'll be a few interims?
I feel so. Like they're gonna, because I'm looking at Twitter and news and top tier one journalists who are in places, right, where we can't be as normal fans.
Yeah.
Samuel Lucker's talking about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I don't know. Some people talking about some people are talking about bringing in Xavi as well. Some people are saying Nagelsmann is the guy. I don't think Nagelsmann would be coming in here right now because they need to pay. I think the German team to get him. So I don't think they would be in a position to go ahead and sell or get the guy because they need to pay. Xavi makes most sense right now, so they might give him the reign for another 2 years. 18 months down the line, we would be here again telling how crap Xavi's tactics are. So my new approach for the next manager is going to be: I don't back the manager, I don't back the players, I back the club. I want the best for the club. So if a player needs to go, be it Rashford, be it Bruno Fernandes, the player needs to go. If the manager is not working out and the manager needs to go, the manager needs to go. Simple. I'm not going to go ahead and play any devil's advocate. We did that with the players under Jose Mourinho and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. We did that for the manager under Erik ten Hag. But all three scenarios didn't work out for us. So I'm pretty okay with what has transpired and what has happened today.
Yeah.
I am holding nothing against anyone. If they felt Erik ten Hag had to go, good on them.
Good on them.
I think they were right.
So for you, Ronald, like you don't have a particular manager that you're like, please get me that manager. I want to see him cook at Man United. That's it. It just feels like you're just like letting what the thing flow. Like, am I correct in saying this or no?
Do I have a managerial preference?
Yeah.
No, because what we do need is just not a manager who can coach, but also a manager who can rebuild. Not a lot of managers out there who could do both of them.
Yeah.
You need a manager who would be able to go ahead. Like, okay, this management and Manchester United in general isn't really fond of giving time.
Yeah.
I think the most time they gave was to Erik ten Hag. But they gave him the least amount of time because this is the first manager who has gotten a sack in October. Even Jose Mourinho and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer also saw at least November or December.
Yeah. I think he's the first one sacked this season, right? In the Premier League.
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's going to be Ruud going to be the manager. I want to see how exactly the players who haven't been able to score in the last couple of games can be able to score all of a sudden. New manager bounce always happens, right? I'm really keen on seeing how we set up under Ruud. What exactly is going to be the case? What team difference are we going to see? Is he still going to go ahead and play Bruno? If he plays Bruno, that means he's, I think, in the eyes of people, he's going to favor him, no?
We're actually gonna find out now. We're gonna find out all the things. Is like, oh, is he gonna? Yeah. Does he rate Bruno?
Right.
What was he arguing with Ten Hag about on the touchline? What was his actual ideas?
I want to also see, all of a sudden, would Luke Shaw be fit enough? Would Mason Mount be fit enough to play games?
Bro, those frauds.
Because all of these players, they have been here for a while. A lot of them.
Yeah.
Some people might say that first season Rashford did save the manager, second season McTominay saved the manager. Why did Rashford not save Jose Mourinho? Why did McTominay not save Ole Gunnar Solskjaer?
Yeah.
It was actually the facilitator, Ten Hag, who actually put them in those right positions to be able to get a tune out of them. Putting Rashford as a striker was something that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer or Jose Mourinho did not do a lot as well. But he actually did put him in that position, got a tune out of him, got the goals. Yes, it was the contract season, so that helped as well.
Sure.
Because you start giving contracts to Rashford every season, he's going to give you 40 goals.
Yeah.
Because the bread goes up.
Yeah. Anyway, Ronald, any memory that stands out with Ten Hag as we conclude the call? Be it positive or negative, because I don't want to skew the conversation to just say positive. There's what stands out with you when you're reviewing Ten Hag's legacy at Man United. What's the first thing? Don't overthink it.
I mean, I have both of them, to be honest. Like, am I happy about winning more trophies than Arsenal in his tenure? Yes. Am I happy in winning more trophies than Chelsea in his tenure? Yes. Right. But I'm also not happy about the fact of how I don't know what transpired. Was it the pressure from above, or what exactly it was that, few players who were actually good enough and were not the problem were made a problem? So I will have that thing. As Ronaldo said in his last parting words, that I don't respect the manager. And rightfully so. He didn't. He didn't really respect the manager because the manager didn't do enough to demand the respect out of him.
Yeah.
Ronaldo's never had in his entire career a lot of problems with all the other managers he's worked under. Be it they be good or bad.
For sure.
No manager has come out and said that they had a problem with him.
For
This
sure.
was the first time, so I'm sure it came from above as a decision that, you need to go ahead and push him out at the point. Like push him to the brink where he either performs or we need to go ahead and get rid of him. But then it also doesn't make sense because the club actually wanted to keep him, just Ronaldo, for the sake of not playing games, for the sake of getting that $1 billion deal from Qatar, from Saudi, that they were supposed to get as the sponsors. Team Viewer was supposed to go out, and it was going to be Saudi Tourism who's going to take over. We had images of those kits actually coming out as well, and Ronaldo being the face of it.
Yeah.
And then they contacted Ronaldo and asked him, okay, if you want to do this, why don't you actually come and play for us?
Yeah.
We'll pay you the bigger bag.
Yeah.
So is it going to be a good turnaround? I don't think so. Is it going to be that tomorrow when we go, or the next game we go into, you're going to see an entirely different Manchester United? No, sir, no.
Yeah.
People who think that their pain is over, your pain will continue. Only the face of the pain will change.
No, Ronald, no. Please, it's time for us to stay united now. If there's no need for a civil war, Ten Hag is wishing more pain. Ronald is saying there's going to be more pain. The pain shall continue. Anyway, guys, there's almost 40 people watching. And guess what? Somebody gifted some memberships. Is it Football Power? Big up to Luan saying, please remember to smash the likes up like the ting. And I gifted some memberships. Thank you so much for everybody that is here checking up on me and my well-being. I really appreciate it. There's some new members, and the names are NN Denton, Reckless One. Oh, I should take that membership back from him. Ika Heng, and also Dr. Reed. Big up to everybody that's a new member right now. Let's Ronald said some things that made me think, what if, he says there might be a couple of interims. What if Ruud van Nistelrooy doesn't survive as an interim, and then we go to Mitchell van der Gaag? Like, what? The future is so unknown right now and so blurry. I am almost as anxious and curious as some people are. I want to welcome in the conversation man like Tommy. He's been here. Oh, Tommy is not there. Let's see. My bro Kenyatta.
Nah, bro, ain't your bro no more. Bombastic side eye to you. Don't even give me that.
What? Why?
Bombastic side eye.
Why am I getting the bombastic side eye now?
I've been rotting in the waiting room like No man's business, man.
No, I know, and I saw you're traveling too. Like I saw you were like in a different location, and then like your video comes on, you're in a different
I've
location.
given. Imagine I'm on it, even though I'm doing things. I'm like I have to be there with my brother.
Bro, my apologies for keeping you waiting.
Nah,
But
it's
I'm
cool.
glad
It's
you're
all
here
right.
now.
I
So
understand. I get you. You're just scared because me, I'm an Eric Ten Hag out there. I see what you're doing. You're bringing, you're bringing in people that are coming to sympathize with you. Da da da.
I need
Yep.
consolation, bro.
I see what you're doing. You don't want people like me and Pav around.
No. So here we are though. Here we are. Eric Ten Hag is
Bro,
gone. And
I'm swimming in Ten Hag's tears, bro. I could care less, bro. He's getting 17 mil. He's good. I don't care if he's sacked, bro. What? Forget about it. It's
no
been a long time.
sympathy, huh?
No sympathy whatsoever, bro. Somebody that's walking out with 17 mil, you have sympathy. We just blue collar people, bro. And then what? You can't even do your job. There's no sympathy for these guys, bro. They're getting millions per month, bro. Thousands of dollars per week, pounds. You know, no sympathy. You have to do your job. If you don't, you get clipped. That's just the way it is. Unless
Yeah.
if you're not getting paid that much, bro. These guys are on 300, 150 grand. Bro, people cannot even earn that for years, bro.
Okay. We
Yeah.
we get that for you. The answer to the question is yes, it was the right decision. It was actually way too long. All right, we get that part. I want to
Mm-hmm.
ask you this. So where do we go next? Where would you like us to go next? And what are your expectations for Manchester United this season?
Bro, right now it's more like a quick, not a complete reset button, because there's a lot of things that have been done towards the development of a new squad. You know, players, good profile players have come in. You know, the back room has been improved. So
New
if
coaches.
Rude is getting the interim manager for now, I don't think we should judge him based on he should just caretake until we get a new manager, you know?
Mm,
And his achievements as a player should not, you know, be tainted based on what will happen from now on going forth. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So, but if he does well, here it goes. You know, if he does well as an interim manager, I don't want us to jump into the same,
Ole
Ole mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
But
want him
but
to,
but say by as Joe said it earlier on, some
yeah,
miraculous happening, we get top four, or and maybe like a domestic cup,
yeah,
or even like the Europa League. Like what?
yeah.
Where do we go from there? Do we just discard Rude and go put our money on Xavi, or what? What do you say to that?
No, I think the results and the style of play can determine whether we should keep him or not, and that's
Yeah,
will be left for future interpretation. You know what I mean? We can
yeah,
tell whether these wins are just new manager bounce and a change of environment. But if we can clearly see a style of play that's different, we're able to win games that are winnable and
yeah.
able to scrap games from the top three, top five that have been good for a very long time, and we can see a pattern and proper distinct style of play, you
Mm,
know, that should be able to give Rude a chance to stay in the job, in contention for a job. He should be shortlisted. He deserves it, because we cannot
mm,
sit here and look at Rude as if he didn't come from doing well from his
mm,
previous position, and he
mm.
got that team even late. He came out second and won a cup. So Rude is not coming here with no achievements. Solskjaer came here. We can't count Mode.
I mean,
Rude's coming
Rude.
at a better position than Solskjaer
Yes.
was.
Thank you. Thank
That's
you.
what I mean.
Put it that
You
way. Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Yes. So we cannot. Still, Rude can also argue for himself and say, "Why are you putting me in the same category as Solskjaer?"
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Yes.
So,
But for me, that's where I stand. I don't jump the gun to give him the job if he does well, unless it's honestly like a no-brainer Botswana,
yeah,
whereby it's just like you gotta give the man the job, right?
yeah.
And I am not. For me, I'm hoping we could give the manager I want. I spoke this with Tommy. We predicted the manager that we wanted at the same time. Me, I don't want all these Javi, Iniesta, Inzagis and whatnot.
Okay.
Me, I want an unknown manager. I want the former Borussia Dortmund manager, Edin Terzic. He's out of job, and that's the guy I want. He's 41 years old. He's a good profile. He can fit in well with the young players that we have. I think he will be a perfect fit at United.
Yeah.
And Ruud can also be assistant. And then if he doesn't achieve what we expect him to achieve, then if he gets fired, Ruud would have gained a lot of experience being an assistant in 2 different managers. Then we can now trust Ruud, you know, because bear in mind, Ruud didn't leave the job that you're supposed to get as a first team manager to become assistant coach without certain backhand guarantees from INEOS.
Yeah.
There should be some things that we agreed on, you know?
Yeah.
Okay,
Anyway.
one me up with the last question. So what do I... Favorite moment? I hear
favorite
asking everybody favorite moment.
Let's hear it.
Favorite moment? Okay, it's gotta be the FA Cup, right? With City. But the worst moment for me is just that guy made Cristiano live in a bad way, bro, because of his stubbornness. For me, I'll never forgive Eric Ten Hag for that.
True.
You know, he failed to look at the team we had. We had Pogba, we had Bruno, Cavani, Ronaldo, bro. He failed to do anything with those players. So for me, I can never forgive that. So with that, I'm gonna step on.
I have to agree with my bro. Yes, it was really sad to see Ronaldo leave. Honestly, matter of fact, the moment when he was walking out during as much as I begged this guy, there was some things, you know, you can't forget, you know. And honestly, if Ten Hag hadn't been like that, Ronaldo maybe could still be here. I don't know. Maybe he would have like been able to. A different manager would have been able to do something better with Ronaldo. You know, there's some food for thought there. There's something else too that Kanye mentioned that I'm forgetting now. That no sympathy for somebody that's gonna get 17 million. We're out here being gifted 1 membership from ESCO. You know, out here struggling financially, but you know, Ten Hag is gonna get a good paycheck at the end of the day, and probably he will not stay unemployed for a very long time. I don't see him being like, say, whatever, Graham Potter or somebody that just stays out of job for a long time. Somebody's gonna get sacked somewhere, and they're gonna pick him up. So yeah. Let's see if my bro Tommy is here. Tommy.
Hey, Papi, how you doing?
Man, it's conflicting day to day. Courtney French is reminding me that the channel is growing. You know, there's some people gifted memberships. I've gifted memberships. You know, like. But also Ten Hag is gone, so I'm feeling sad about that. It's a mixed bag of emotions for me right now. What about yourself?
I think it is for everybody, Papa. I mean, if you're a loyal fan of this football club, then it's a very disappointing day, because remember we talked on the stream before about that term that I used, strong opinions loosely held.
Yes.
For 2 years, I supported Eric Ten Hag and I wanted him to do well. I wanted the club to do well under him. And it hasn't happened for him. And unfortunately, it's the nature of the beast, because it's a results business, isn't it, at the end of the day? It's just the nature of the beast, mate. He had to go, unfortunately. I was surprised he's gone this morning, because on Sunday, the first half, we saw real improvement against West Ham. And then the penalty decision was terrible as well, you know. So I don't think he went today, though, based on what happened on Sunday. I think it's been a long time coming, hasn't it?
But why pull the trigger today, though, Tommy?
No, that is
a decision, bro. You know?
I'll tell you what, Papi, right? I was born in 1971. My dad was born in 1952. My granddad was born in 1933. We've been through decades and decades watching this club go through its ups and downs. So, I do think today was a bit of a strange one, but it has happened before, and it'll happen again. It's just the nature of the beast, unfortunately. But, Old Trafford, I think... Eric Ten Hag's just not the only problem. We've got lots of problems at the club in terms of player attitude.
Thank you.
These millionaires. So, I mean, Old Trafford, you've got to remember, right, was built in 1909.
Yes.
And it was it was built for the industrial working families during the Industrial Revolution. I mean, that's the Industrial Revolution began in that area of Trafford.
Yes.
Now, the club was built on these foundations and these fundamentals in place, and it's called the Theatre of Dreams for a reason. The kids dreamt of getting out of poverty and becoming professional footballers, but we've still got lots of problems, mate, at the club, because these millionaires players, they don't understand the work ethic, they don't understand the philosophy of the club or the history of the club, and they don't play for the badge. And we need to get back to the cornerstone philosophies of the club, unfortunately, I think. And I think short term, we need to get this team playing. I think medium term, we need to start drip feeding the academy players into the first team squad. And I think long term, we need to rebuild this team. It's not just Eric Ten Hag that's the problem. So, like you, mate, a little bit disappointed today, but I think overall, it's the nature of the beast, mate. I don't think the club had a lot of choice.
Yeah. I like that you're reminding us that there's still other problems. It's more, Ten Hag was just one of them, and I had this conversation the other day with a friend saying, there's 3 ways, in my opinion, where you can sort of resuscitate a club that's in turbulence or in turmoil or in decline, right? You either change the manager, that's 1, change the players, that's 2, or you change the owners. Right, that's how you breathe new life into an organization and change its trajectory. And obviously, the change the manager one is the simplest because it's probably also the cheapest, because it's just a matter of agreeing terms with the next manager, and then you pay off the current manager. So I'm in this sort of stuck between a rock and a hard place of figuring out what exactly is INEOS's long-term plan, because right now, if we've got true footballing people running the club, it shouldn't matter who the manager is. The players should have there should be a cohesion in the terms of players, in terms of the players that we're bringing in, the players that are playing for the club right now. They should be just be I don't want us to get into that place where you remember how Chelsea spent so much money getting Aubameyang for Tuchel, getting all these players that Tuchel said these are the players that I want, and then after 7 games or 8 games as well, they pulled the plug. They said no, Tuchel, you don't want, and then they had to start afresh. So the ideal places where I would like INEOS to help steer the ship to is getting to a place where we have an identity of football that is irrespective of the manager.
Well, that's why I mentioned the past, because one thing that will never change is the philosophy and what the club is built on.
Yeah.
And I think we've come so far away from that because of the money in the game that we're in a situation where you've got young players who are multimillionaires who don't really understand what it's like to work your arse off. Yes. They should all go and do 3 minutes in a boxing ring, or go and do a 12-hour shift in a foundry next door.
Learn the hard life. Yep.
Start working a bit harder. They need to be a little bit more grateful. I'm sure they are grateful. But yeah, that's why I wanted to talk, about the club's history, because that's so important. Them foundations will never change. Yes, the manager will change, the players will change.
Okay.
But they've got to look at it now, short term, medium term, long term. And short term, we need to get this club back to where it should be, near the top of the table, and get these players working and playing hard and playing well.
Sure.
I know. And then I think medium term, we definitely need to start drip feeding the young players who are Man United through and through, who've come through the system from the age of 10, who do understand the area, who do understand the club. Bring them through like we used to. I mean, look at the class of '96. All them young lads that came through. The Neville brothers and Beckham and Giggs and Scholes and Keeney. That world class side that came from all kids that just came through football.
Yes.
But we've got away from that. We're buying in millionaires for success when really we should be trying to produce the success ourselves.
Yes, I love that you brought up Scholes. You brought Beckham. These are people for me that helped me fall in love with the club. And I know we've had this conversation before. You want Eden Terzic, so I just gotta conclude the call with favorite Eric Ten Hag memory, good or bad or both.
Well, clearly the winning the FA Cup against the irrelevant cheating part of Manchester.
Come on.
You know, we beat the irrelevant side of Manchester that are cheaters.
We
and we
stopped
won
the
the FA Cup.
double. Yep.
Yeah. Also, I would say I've watched lots of interviews with some journalists in the past, and I have to say that Erik ten Hag actually, I think the players will miss him because he was such a great character and a good person. He used to cycle round Old Trafford on his bike, and he'd stop for coffees and have chats with people and everything. He's a really nice person. So, you know, when you hear hatred towards him, somebody said earlier, "Oh, I hope his wife leaves him and his family leaves him." Well, you know what? That says more about you than it does Erik ten Hag. You know, that's just nonsense saying that kind of rubbish.
Yeah. I think he's just like really hurt and he has some PTSD, but I don't defend it. So, okay, what is the worst memory for Ten Hag for you at Man United?
Oh, the worst memory. The big defeats, Liverpool defeat, the City defeat. I think that they were quite eye-opening at times, but I don't really have that bad a memory, to be honest. You know, my glasses are full, mate. I like to be positive, you know. I think.
He said, "I don't have a bad memory." I like to be positive too, Tommy. But yeah, no, we have to acknowledge that there were some horrible memories. Big up yourself, Tommy. Let's see if at all Wrap Up Haven has a good memory and a bad memory of Erik ten Hag. Guys, make sure you hit the like button if you're just joining in the show. I appreciate you. Good memory and bad memory. Yes.
A good memory of Erik ten Hag, yeah?
Yeah.
A good memory. Let me think.
It's taking long to find. Come on. There's gotta be one.
Eras come to an end. When he first arrived at the club, and he said, "Eras come to an end." That's a great memory. That is a great memory.
Yeah.
I've got to be honest. Because he came out with smoke.
He came out with the smoke chest, fam.
Eras come to an end. That's what he said.
He said, "I'd rather both." Talking about Pep and Klopp. I'd rather both.
He came out with smoke. So he brought it on himself. It's good to have confidence, but you got to back it up. You got to back it up, boy, and he didn't. So, and the worst memory was Man City 3-0, what he did to Varane. Tactic. He kept saying tactic. And then you played Varane the next game in the same position he couldn't play.
Oh, yeah. Okay, because wait, jog my memory again. So he played. Was it because the game prior he had played like Maguire or something?
He played. He said, "Oh, Varane can't play left side centre back." So I played Maguire and Evans.
Yes.
And then we lost 3-0. And then the next game he plays them against Bayern left centre back, and he was the best player on the pitch.
Hey, that is hilarious, bro. Oh god, that is funny. There's another one, you know, where he said, like, in a press conference, he said something like, "Sometimes you're looking a cow in the ass," or something. I was just like, wait, what? And I think it's something that got lost in translation because probably he was translating a Dutch proverb into English directly. You know, let's hear what Ben like Pav has to say. We gotta hear the good and the bad of Erik ten Hag from past.
So I'm going to give you two versions: a crackhead version and a reality version.
Okay.
So the crackhead version is the bad memory is the day he signed, and the good memory is the day he left.
Ah. Fam, I thought you were gonna say there was another one where he said something like, "I took out Casemiro." They said, "Erik ten Hag, why did you sub out Casemiro at halftime?" "I wanted more football." Yay!
Jesus is Lord.
Doctor, are you there?
Yes, I am. Sorry.
Good memory, bad memory. Erik ten Hag.
I'm going bad memory first. Of course, the 7-0.
Okay. Wait. Pop says he was not finished. Let's bring him still. Okay,
I said I had two versions. That was a crackhead version. Now let me say the reality one, innit?
All right, all right.
All right. So the bad one was obviously the 7-0 at Liverpool.
Yeah.
That would never be erased on my mind. The worst defeat in our history against Liverpool, yeah. And the good one was the FA Cup win against Man City because it was revenge for me for the previous year.
Yes, 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 yes. At least, thank you, Pav. Thank you for.
I told you. I said I had two versions in it.
You
I'll give him the prop. I'll give him the props for the Man City win in it because we needed that revenge for the previous year, and we got it, and we done it in a good manner as well.
Yeah.
But again, it's not good enough for me. What happened throughout his whole tenure in it? But yeah, I'll let your missus speak.
I knew I should have just done it right before.
Oh my God, Pav. Do you know what? I was just about to say, oh, Pav's such a nice guy, you know.
Right.
Pav, why? I think, do you know what I think it is? He just likes to argue with me, and
and he's a serial like chaos causer. Pav, that's who he is. And we just have to love and accept him. He's a big member of this community. He's a reckless delegate, you know. So
oh my God.
Yeah, for anybody that is tuning in, that's new. There's new faces here. Dr. NHS is not my missus. Dr. NHS is somebody else's missus, but she's also a big member of this community. So yeah, lots of respect to her. So yeah, please. You said the 7-0 versus Liverpool was
Yes.
a worse memory.
Then I have three worse. Then this season when we lost to Tottenham. The way it's not anything, it's the way in which we conceded the goals that pissed me off.
Van de Ven,
the first goal, they just walked through our defense. Everybody just stood there
and gave Brennan Johnson easy goal.
Easy goal. What type of nonsense is that? Number 3, our Liverpool lost at home. Now, 3-0 at home to your worst rivals, your biggest rivals ever. Really? It's still I can't get over it, and I don't think I'll ever get over it.
Yeah.
Honorable mention. Lately, his what's it called? His interviews and stuff like that.
Yes, his press conferences did become crazy. Yes.
That's when I knew he just didn't care. Good memory.
Yeah.
The 4-3. I almost broke my wrists because when Ahmad scored that goal, 4-3 versus Liverpool.
Liverpool semi-final, yes.
No, it was the quarterfinal. It was Coventry, which was the semis.
100%, Doctor. It was quarterfinal. You're right.
Yeah. I won't lie. I remember switching off the TV, taking my phone, putting on the app, and as soon as I put the app on, and I heard Ahmad, and I was just jumping up and down.
Yeah.
I slipped and fell. All my sister hears from the other room is going boom, 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 and I fall, dude. And my sister's like, she had to come to my room. Are you all right?
Yeah.
Because I literally had a bandage on because my hand was a great memory. And as much as
yeah.
Number 2 is the Harry Potter comment.
And can I tell you about that moment? Because for me, I wanted Ahmad to pass the ball back
to Garnacho.
Yeah. I was like, pass it back. And then he just decides to shoot, and it just I won't forget that moment. But anyway.
Now that you've said that, I'm going to go back and watch the highlights of that match. I need to be happy.
In memory of Ten Hag. And you were about to say one more. Yeah.
The Harry Potter comment. As a Potterhead, a Harry Potter fan, you can't make stuff up. And I love it when people are shit. This is why I also love Mourinho, because he just says what he wants.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh, and one more thing. I know I'm going on and on and on.
No.
Coventry versus United. I know it's a bittersweet moment because I was sweating my armpits off. I was hyperventilating. Then they canceled the goal. It was offside.
Yes.
Then we went to penalties again. I was sweating. Then we won it. went on to win the FA Cup. So yeah, I think the FA Cup journey was not easy, but I love it for a story, for a moment, you know. So.
Yeah. Doctor, big up yourself. Stop it. Stop it. I thought we were done. He snuck in the studio just to play the music. Last call of the day is men like Fix. My bro. Fix?
Yeah, brother.
Brother, here we are. Eric Ten Hag is gone. Was it the right decision?
Right now, it's difficult to say for me.
Okay.
It's difficult to say because if you say it's right decision and if we don't start performing well, you wouldn't say for sure it is.
Fix, I'm so glad that you're bringing this perspective up because what if things just keep getting worse? What if, bro? Yeah.
At a point, we were laughing at Chelsea, but Chelsea actually sacked the whole team. They sacked the whole team, but right now you cannot say Chelsea is. You can't just come out and you water them down. They are in the miss. To be honest with you, just imagine the letdown.
Yeah.
So I will have to wait whether it's the best, the good decision or not to see how the performance of the boys are.
Yeah.
Most of the questions asked.
We're really gonna learn a lot about these players now, bro, because at the end of the day, you know, there's definitely some imposters that I call them 007 agents. You know?
I'm even wishing that even if it is a manager bounce, let's have it so that we push up the league. You know, we push up the table. Even if it is a manager bounce, let's just have it.
Yeah.
You know, because this kind of thing, I'm tired.
Yeah.
The result is the main problem. The result is the main problem because no matter what we play that against Crystal Palace at the end of the day, nothing. And since that time up till now, the performance have not been have not been bad. Let me just say it has not been bad, but the result is not there. You know.
Yeah.
So in that game yesterday, tell me Eriksen was following Somerville. Tell me at one point did Eriksen decide not to drag his shirt or not to follow him through or to win the squad.
And then also Dallo was also close to Somerville as well. But yeah.
He was following him from the midfield, and all of a sudden you just decide to leave him and stopped inside your own 18. And the guy that you were following from the midfield have to go and score. You should have followed him all through.
Yeah.
If not for anything, the guy wouldn't have that balance to even launch onto that ball because that time he was free.
Yeah.
So the result is really against us.
So like I gotta ask you now, where do we go next? Like who would you like? Who's your preference, bro? And why?
My problem now is for the fans to allow the new manager to just get this work done. We cannot come overnight.
Which manager do you prefer next, Fix? Like I know Ruud van Nistelrooy is interim, but who do you prefer next and why?
Can you mention the managers that have been interviewed on?
Well, we don't even know if they've been interviewed, but there's a short list in the rumor mill about Xavi, even Graham Potter. There's some people that said Almiron. There's some people that have said even what's his face? Edin Terzic is somebody that some people in the community also prefer. Who?
The Terzic guy. Yes. Where? Is he former Borussia Dortmund?
Yes, former Dortmund manager.
God forbid.
he lost to Real Madrid, but he got Dortmund far, bro. He got them playing good football. Like, come on, like you know.
Bro, that's just a temporary something. It's a temporary something. At the long run, what happened? He lost the league to Bayern Munich, losing at home or drawing at home.
He's got the mentality. Actually, when you think about it, you're right. That last game in the Bundesliga 2 years ago.
Bro, that guy is not that guy is not better than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I can talk many good memories that we had.
Not only okay. So you don't want him. Who though? Just give me a name that you would like, even if the name,
I think
even if he has
if
a club right now.
if
You,
I think for me, the two managers I would say that will have the respect of the players right now is the German coach and maybe Xavi Hernandez.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hey, last question is favorite memory of Ten Hag, good and a bad memory. How do you
Okay.
look? What is it for you, bro?
My brother, the players have made it difficult for me to pin anything on the manager. To be honest with you, they have made it difficult for me to pin anything on the manager.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
Uh-oh. So
So
what's just tell us if there's one time that you remember Ten Hag with, like, that you think is a good memory for you, bro.
first one winning the League Cup, second one winning the FA Cup, third
Okay.
one beating Man City, fourth
Yes.
one coming back and winning Liverpool
4-3.
4-3.
Yes.
Yes. So
Yes.
that one is there.
Okay. And then worst, the one that you dislike the most, which memory is that? Hey,
Yeah.
is it INEOS or what? Hey, somebody needs to get in touch with you, bro. Like, so quickly, worst memory, bro. Worst memory with Ten Hag for you.
Man, is that Crystal Palace game? That day,
4-0.
that Crystal Palace game, I was so mad. I was so angry, bro. Our player, everything that day goes wrong for us. Our players were just so bad.
Wow.
I haven't been angry with Manchester United that day. All my life. I was so disappointed. I couldn't believe what I'm seeing. We couldn't pass ball. We couldn't do anything. Mateta were forming were 007 with Johnny Evans.
Yes. Big up, my bro, Fix. Yo, you got. I think INEOS is trying to get in touch with you, my brother. Also, Fix has like 4 ringtones. I promise I had 4 ringtones in 1 minute. So he's a busy man. I appreciate you coming through, guys. What a conversation! What a situation that we find ourselves in. Yeah, the question is, where do we go next? There's some comments that have stood out that I want to bring up before we wrap up the show, which is, Courtney asked a very big question earlier on. What do you want to see happen in January? Should we terminate Luke Shaw's contract if we can't sell him? My answer is 100%. If at all, we can afford to terminate him, because obviously this Ten Hag thing, we're not going to be, I don't think we're giving him 17 million up front just like that. So it's going to put a dent on our financial situation, and we know our club and finances right now. We're not in a good moment financially. I read somewhere that, like, we are actually somebody that I think Dr. NHS shared this link with me. It was somebody who was saying that part of the reason why it's been difficult to sack Ten Hag is because of the finances involved, because Man United is on the brink of breaching financial fair play. But I guess today we're not on that brink. Yale says, I was already expecting this question, and obviously I'm not going to talk about the future because otherwise I'll always have to comment. I'm very proud. Okay, that's a quote from the sporting manager, so I guess maybe we can rule that out. Luman says, I sold my soul to Eric Ten Hag. False accusations, Luman. That is not true. I just wanted longevity and just keeping things stable. So this one is from me to you, Lou, man.
Accusations. These are not accusations. This is false accusations.
What happens if the new manager doesn't rate the players and new signings? 100%, Nero. The place where I didn't want us to go. The rebuild is starting all over again. It feels like we're going steps backwards. Courtney also said, is Bruno the only player to send Ten Hag a parting miss? Yes. Something that we have to observe now as United fans, which players are bigging up, the reports. I think somebody brought it up in the conversation earlier, because there's some players that are apparently liking some posts, which is crazy when you think about it. Liking the fact that your boss is sacked or former boss is sacked. Wild. Toxic. Those guys should just be identified and just taken out, because at the end of the day, I don't care if you like or dislike your boss. Your job as a Manchester United player is to perform to your utmost best, whether you like the boss or not, period. And Courtney said it says a lot about the friction between the players and the relationship with the manager. That is 100% correct. Big up to Dress to Sweat saying, bots, I enjoyed the stream last night with Lee, Gunner, and Faz. P.S. I hope you're okay, as I know your bald brother in arms meant a lot to you, but it was time. Eric was crap, 1 win in 8. Big up to you, Dress to Sweat. I'm doing okay. We just have to see what is the next move, and INEOS, all eyes on you. Yeah, we've come to the end of the morning session. It's time for us to just turn a new leaf. At the end of the day, Manchester United before Ten Hag, and will be Manchester United after Ten Hag. It's no more back the manager, because INEOS have gone to sack the manager. Hit the like button if you haven't done so yet. And just like that, I'm out of here. Peace.
It's a shame. I am so upset about the situation.
Matt.
Football Power Hour!